Hello students, this is a video on the QA topic test available on the Bodhee Prep Android app. The idea of these tests is once you have gone through the concepts of a topic and you want to check for yourself whether you're able to apply those concepts in a test or not, you take these tests after every topic. Every test has a video with it. The video gives you the solutions and a brief analysis of what should have been a good attempt in the test. There are more than 200 such topic tests available on the Bodhee Prep Android app. Make sure you download the app, the link for which is in the description below, and make the most use of these tests. This video is on the topic Maxima Minima. We're discussing test number 3, which is a moderate level of difficulty test. A net attempt of about 6 out of 10 questions, net correct. In about 23 minutes, will give you 95 plus percentile. If you look at the questions, there are 8 numbers, A1 to A8, belong to the interval -8 to 8, both inclusive. We have to find the minimum possible value of A1, A2, A2, A3, A4, A3, A4, and so on till A8, A1. So what I'm saying is, since we are multiplying two numbers at a time, we want to minimize the value. We will take one positive, one negative. What that will do is, that will ensure that the product is negative. Also, we can take the maximum value since the product becomes negative. So the overall value will actually become least. Now, so what I'm saying is, suppose we take A1 as 8, A2 as -8. So A1, A2 will be -64. A2, A3 will be -64. A3, A4 will be -64. A4, A5 will be -64. A5, A6 will be -64. A6, A7 will be -64. A7, A8 will be -64. A8, A1 will be -64. So we'll have -64 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hence the total value will be -64 into 8, which is -512. It cannot be less than this because the absolute value of each term is maximum and they are negative. So this becomes the most negative value possible. Option C. Moderate level of difficulty could be solved using AM, GM as well, but AM is greater than equal to GM as well. But I think the writing of that expression was difficult. And since here the numbers were clear cut given, so I'm directly putting values and getting the answer. X raised to power p plus 1 into x raised to power q plus 1 is a factor of 1 plus x square plus x cube plus x raised to power 4 till x raised to power 39, where x, p, and q are positive integers. What is the maximum value of p plus q? Now, if x raised to power p plus 1 is a factor of this, then x raised to power p plus 1 is equal to z. That is, x raised to power p should be equal to -1. Now, the sum or the number of terms here is 40. If I divide these terms equally, we could have 20 positive and 20 negative terms. What I'm saying is, if I take p to be 20 and I say x raised to power 20 plus 1 is a factor, this means x raised to power 20 is equal to -1. If we look at the terms and put the value to using the remainder theorem to find f of or remainder when this, say this is fx, when fx is divided by x raised to power 20 minus 1 plus 1. Using the remainder theorem, we can say we'll have 1 plus x square plus x cube and so on till x raised to power 19. From here, x raised to power 20 will be -1. X raised to power 20 will be minus x 21. X raised to power 22 will be x raised to power 22 will be x raised to power 20 -1 into x square, so minus x square and so on. The last term will be x raised to power 20 into x raised to power 19, so minus x raised to power 19. All these terms will cancel out and therefore remainder will be 0. Therefore, fx is divisible by x raised to power 20 plus 1. Similarly, if I look at x raised to power q being a factor of 39, we can say x raised to power q should be equal to -1. The next number that divides 40 is 10. So what we can do is we can distribute 40 into 10 parts such that the first 10 terms, 1 plus x square, till x9, we put x raised to power 10 is equal to -1. x10 -1, x11 minus x, and so on till x19, which will be minus x9. After that, we'll have x raised to power 20, which will make this as 1. They will be positive terms, and then the next 10 negative terms. So x raised to power 10 plus 1 is also a factor of fx. So from here, I can say x raised to power 20 plus 1 is a factor of fx. X raised to power 10 plus 1 is a factor of fx. And therefore, the maximum value p plus q can take is 30. I think it's a difficult question. 2.5 to 3 minutes to solve easily. X plus y is 8. P is 5x square plus 11y square. Xy greater than 0. What is the minimum value of p? If x plus y is 8, we can say y is equal to 8 minus x. And therefore, p is nothing but 5x square plus 11 into 8 minus x whole square. Y, instead of y, we put 8 minus x. This is 5x square plus 11 into x square plus 64 minus 16x, which means 5x square plus 11x square plus 704 minus 176x, which means 16x square minus 176x plus 704. We have to solve this now. 704 was 64 into 11. So 64 into 11 into 16. The sum has to be 176. Sum or difference. Product is positive. Sum has to be 176. Let us use b square minus 4ac. Everything is divisible by 16. Take the 16 out. So 16 into x square minus 11x plus 704. 16. 704. 44. This is the value of p. We are looking at the minimum value. This becomes 16 into x square minus 11x. This is nothing but completing the square basically now. So 11x can be written as 2 into 11 by 2x plus 11 by 2 square 121 by 4 minus 121 by 4 plus 44. This becomes 16 into this will be the square x minus 11 by 2 whole square from here to here. This part is left 44 minus 121 by 4, which will become 44 into 4 is 176 minus 120 55. So here we'll have 55 by 4. 176 minus 121. This will be 16 into x minus 11 by 2 whole square plus 16 into 55 by 4 is 4 4 is 16, 220. This is the value of p. Minimum happens when the square part is 0. Minimum value of p is 220. Basically, rearranging a quadratic, therefore moderate level of difficulty. The numbers were a little big, so maybe 2.5 to 3 minutes to solve. Let fx is equal to max of 2x plus 1, 3 minus 4x. If you draw y is equal to 2x plus 1, when x is 0, y is 1. When y is 0, x is minus 1 by 2. So passing from minus 1 by 2, 1. Minus 1 by 2, 1. 3 minus 4x, y is equal to 3 minus 4x. When x is 0, y is 3. When y is 0, x will be 4 by 3. 3 by 4. 3 by 4 and 3. Passing from somewhere here. If you're looking at the maximum or fx is the maximum of the two values, out of these, the maximum happens till this point. From here, this curve becomes the maximum. The minimum possible value will be at the intersection point. We have to find the minimum possible value of fx. So first of all, we find the value of x where the minimum happens, which is the intersection point of the two curves, which is 2x plus 1 is equal to 3 minus 4x, or 6x is equal to 2, x is equal to 1 by 3. Put that value in any of the equation. 2 into 1 by 3 plus 1, which will be 5 by 3. So the minimum possible value happens at x is equal to 1 by 3, and the value is nothing but 5 by 3. Option D becomes the answer. Easy question, standard format, not more than a minute and a half to solve. David manufactures and sells a single product at a fixed price in niche market. The selling price of each unit is 30. On the other hand, the cost in rupees of producing X units is 240 plus BX plus CX square, where B and C are some constants. Mr. David noticed that doubling the daily production from 20 to 40 increased the daily production cost by 66, 2 by 3. This is 2 by 3 as a fraction. However, increasing the daily production from 40 to 60 results in an increase of only 50%. In the daily production, assume the demand is unlimited. Mr. David can sell as much as he can produce. His objective is to maximize the profit. How many units should be sold by Mr. David? First of all, we'll have to look at the cost curve, find the value of B and C. When 20 units are produced, cost will be 240 plus 20B, putting the value of X as 20, plus 400C. When 40 units are produced, the cost will be 240 plus 40B plus 1600C. According to the question, the cost increased by 2/3. So this initial cost multiplied by 5 by 3. 1 plus 2 by 3 will be the cost of 440 units. And therefore, 1200 plus 100B plus 200C, 2000C is equal to 720 plus 120 cross 120B plus 4800C, which means 2800C plus 20B is equal to 480, which means divide by 20. 140C plus B is equal to 24. We get one equation in B and C. The second part, again, cost of 40 units, 240 plus 40B plus 1600C is increased by 20%. So becomes 3 by 2 for 60 units, that is 240 plus 60B plus 3600C. Cross multiply 720 plus 120B plus 4800C is equal to 480 plus 120B plus 7200C. B and B cancel. So 2400C, 72 minus 4800 is equal to 240. C comes to 1 by 10. And we put C as 1 by 10 here. 14 plus B is equal to 24. B comes to 10. Therefore, the net equation that we'll have here is 240 plus 10x plus x square by 10. This is the cost equation, the cost curve that we have. Now, selling price is 30. We have to maximize profit. So, the value for profit will be, selling price of x units will be 30x minus cost price will be 240 plus 10x plus x square by 10. If we take 10 common from the entire thing, or this can be written as minus x square by 10, 30 minus 10x plus 20x plus minus 240 is the profit, minus 1 by 10 if we actually take common, we'll be left x square here. This will be minus 200x minus 200x plus 2400. This is minus 1 by 10 plus into x square minus 2 into 100x plus 100 square minus 100 square plus 2400. Therefore, profit becomes minus 1 by 10 into x minus 100 squared. Minus 100 is 10,000 plus 2400 minus 7600. 240090. And therefore, P is nothing but 7600 minus x minus 100 square upon 10. We have to find out the daily units that need to be produced. For P to be maximum, this negative term has to be minimum. The minimum value of a square is 0. And therefore, x minus 100 has to be 0 or 100 units have to be produced. Option B becomes my answer. I think moderate level of difficulty, time would be required since there are calculations involved, but conceptually not very difficult to solve. A plus B plus C is 12. What is the maximum value of A square B into C? This can be written as A by 2 plus A by 2 because two terms of A are required plus B plus C. For a given term, the product is maximum and the terms are same. So there are 4 terms, value 12. So each term will be 3. So the product of A by 2 into A by 2 into B into C will be maximum when each of the term is 3, and therefore A by 2 is equal to 3, B is equal to 3, C is equal to 3, which means here A will be equal to 6. So if you put the value 6 square into 3 into 3, which is 36 into 9 or 324 becomes the answer. 36, 27, 51, 324, yes. Again, easy question, not more than a minute and a half to solve. A plus 2B plus 3C is 12. Maximum value of A, B square, C cube. This is absolutely straightforward. A, we need square of B, so we write 2B as B plus B. We need cube of C, so 3C can be written as C plus C plus C. This is 12. For a given sum, the product will be maximum and all the terms are same. There are 6 terms here, so each term becomes 12 by 6, that is 2. A should be 2, B should be 2, C should be 2. Each of the B's should be 2, each of the C's should be 2. And therefore, the maximum value here will be 2, 2 square, 2 cube, which is 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 raised to power 6, which is 64. Option A. 26. Again, easy question, minute and a half. Sure shot attempt. A into B into C into D is 1, where A, B, C, D are positive variables. Find the least value of 1 by plus 1 by B plus 1 by C plus 1 by D. Suppose we take A as A, B as 1 by A, C as C, D as 1 by D, 1 by C. The product will be 1. Now, if we put the values here, 1 plus A into 1 plus 1 by A, 1 plus C into 1 plus 1 by C. Multiply these two, 1 plus A plus 1 by A plus A into 1 by 1 into 1 plus C plus 1 by C plus C into 1 by C is again 1. This becomes 2 plus A plus 1 by A into 2 plus C plus 1 by C. We know that the sum of two numbers or two numbers is inverse of each other, positive numbers, has to have a value of at least 2. So if I look at the minimum value of this expression, minimum value will be 2 plus 2 into 2 plus 2. Anything ideally will be more than this. And therefore 2 plus 2 is 4, 2 plus 2 is 4. The minimum value possible for the expression is 16. That becomes my answer. Not a very difficult question about moderate, but the solving time should not be very high because the pattern is pretty clear. We could also take the value of A as 1, A, B, C, D as 1, put them here and get the answer. Even that would work. Would the expression f 5x minus 7 minus x square have maximum or minimum? What would it be? Since the quadratic expression that we have is minus x square plus 5x minus 7, A is negative, so it will be a downward sloping curve, and therefore it would have a maximum value. Minimum will not occur. Minimum will be minus infinity. What will be the value? This can be written as minus x square minus 5x plus 7 minus x square minus 2 into 5 by 2. We can also differentiate to get the value of x. This 5 I'm splitting as 2 into 5 by 2. 5 by 2 becomes my square term. So plus 5 by 2 square minus 5 by 2 square plus 7 minus the first three term become x minus 5 by 2 square. This becomes 14 minus 11 by 2. This is 25 by 4, not 2. 5 by 2 square is what we've added, so 25 by 4. This becomes 25, 7 4 is 28. Minus 25 plus 20, so plus 3 by 4. Which is nothing but minus x minus 5 whole square minus 3 by 4. The minimum value will happen when the square term is negative because the square term is 0 because there is a negative. As the value of x changes, and this is not 0 anymore, the value of the expression will keep on becoming a higher and higher negative value. And therefore, the maximum possible value of this expression is when this is 0, and therefore the expression will have a maximum of minus 3 by 4, option D. Again, it's a quadratic based question, easy question. If you're differentiating, we directly get the value of x, which we can put to get the answer. Otherwise, completing the square is a good enough method, about 2 minutes to solve. PQR are positive variables. What is the least value of P by Q plus, again, P by Q plus Q by R plus R by P. AM is greater than equal to GM. Therefore, we can say P by Q plus Q by R plus R by P. Here, they will cancel out the terms. Cube root of 1 is 1. The 3 goes to the top. And therefore, this expression is greater than equal to 3 into 1 or simply 3. The 3 goes to the numerator. What is the least value? The least value is 3 because this sum is always greater than equal to 3. Hence, option C becomes the answer. It is an easy question, not more than a minute and a half or a minute to solve. And definitely an attempt question. So if I look at the overall test, was looking at about 6 questions in about 20-23 minutes. For me, my 6 easy questions will be 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which are these? I'm not counting this as a sure shot question because there might be confusion because of the negative, and also writing the expression for AM and GM was a little confusing. So not counting this as a sure shot question. This again I thought was a difficult question. Here again, the calculation was a little tough, so not counting this either because there are easier questions. For example, this one was a very easy question, should have been attempted. Here again, calculation took time, not counting this as the easier 6. This is a straightforward question. Again, straightforward question, simple question, straightforward question, straightforward question. So if I look at the 6 questions, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you'll realize you can easily get those 6 questions within Definitely within less than 20 minutes, and that would be my attempt.